Hey there, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we'll be going to cover the course outline. So what we'll be going to learn from this mini course, right? So while we are kicking start, so we need to understand why the needs of the deployment is going to be required for a software engineer. So if you are a coder, then definitely deployment knowledge is extremely essential for you to understand for shipping or maybe finalizing your production ready product, right? So that is what we are going to cover in the needs of deployment section. Then we will learn to deployment preparation by putting our hands on looking at our front-end code and back-end code, right? So we have already prepared 2 different projects for that with a kind of bare minimum functionality, right? Then we'll be going to put our hands on understanding the major infrastructure stuff, what will be extremely required for deploying your front end or back end, right? So definitely this is not going to be a kind of AWS course, but we will try to cover the most important concept or most important infrastructure, right, for accomplish this deployment. Then we will do our front-end static deployment. So while it comes to static deployment, then there are a lot of things we need to cover, like as an example, CDN, what is the use case of the CDN and how we are dealing with the cache and how we are dealing with the environment variables and etc. So everything we'll be going to handle in our front-end static deployment. Right? Then we will do our security setup where we will register one domain, but nothing to worry if you are not having any kind of domain, but still you can go ahead and look into there are a lot of free domain registration. The websites are available. I'm going to give you a couple of examples from there, like where you can directly get a domain very in the cheap price, or maybe some of them are free also. Then this security setup going to be enable our backend to talk to our front end, right? So by keeping some kind of the free SSL certificate. That is also we are going to do. Then we will do our backend deployment. So while it comes to backend deployment, then definitely this is not a kind of complicated topic, but if you are going to learn all of these things efficiently in the step by step, and you know how we need to configure our machines in terms of virtual machines, or maybe a kind of container, or maybe EC2 machines, dedicated machines, any kind of stuff, then there are certain use cases or certain commands or certain configurations we need to put into place. So those things we are going to cover in our backend deployment, where we will create some kind of SSH connections from our local machine to our container or maybe EC2 machine. Then we will prepare our production backend and the front end together, so our production backend and the front end can communicate with each other by keeping the security setup. Right. Then finally, I'm gonna expose some kind of maybe surprise things for you. What is next? There we will be going to discuss what you can do right after this mini course, right? So that is we are going to discuss. Cool. So this is really very mini course, but it's full of practical contents and full of knowledge right there. And definitely you can, if you are already a member of our online learning platform, you will get this course for free. Or if you already having any kind of membership in YouTube channel also, there also you can get this course for free. Cool. Then see you in the next class where we are going to deep dive on needs of the deployment.